Hey everyone, it's Nick, and wow, what a trade deadline did we have? Wow! Well, we expected the Cubs to go on a full fire sale anyways, but still, we have a lot to talk about, so here we go. Now, I wanted to cover more than just my New York Yankees, so here's my opportunity to do that. Kris Bryant to the San Francisco Giants. Craig Kimbrell heading to the South Side to play for the White Sox. Javi Baez to the New York Mets. Oh my god! And they already traded Anthony Rizzo to my New York Yankees. Already covered that. So far, I'm already loving what I've seen from him as a Yankee. But we'll cover the rest of their fire sale, as well as the trade that the Dodgers just made with the Nationals, and a little bit more as well. Also, the Rockies actually decided not to trade Trevor Story, even though they're not good this year, and Trevor Story's on an expiring contract. They're most likely not re-signing him, and they decided not to trade him.
What?
Now, the Max Scherzer and Trey Turner trade to the Dodgers, something that, like I said, we will talk about. I know that was already a couple days ago, but man, what a day it was for LA and DC, for the Wizards to trade Russell Westbrook to the Lakers, and for the Nationals to trade Trey Turner and Max Scherzer to the LA Dodgers, the defending World Series champions. Whoa! And a live look at Juan Soto now. I promise you, I actually did not know about this meme going around with Will Smith just wearing the Nationals hat and Juan Soto commenting on it with the laughing emojis. I promise you, I actually did not know about that when I made this, but whatever, I'll leave it in here anyways. So, hey, I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. So, if you could please remember to like if you like the video. Only takes 1 second, really helps to get it out to more people. And also, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more sports content like this. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so alright. First things first, the Chicago Cubs fire sale, which they already started with trading Jock Peterson, and then it was followed up by trading Anthony Rizzo to my New York Yankees. From that 2016 championship roster, only Wilson Contreras and Kyle Hendricks are still on the team. So, I'm going to start with Kris Bryant headed to the San Francisco Giants, who needed a third baseman after Evan Longoria got moved to the 60-day IL. Big move for the Giants, although I think that the Cubs lowballed here. They should have gone for higher rated prospects. Their main piece, Alexander Canario, he's not terrible, but I think for Kris Bryant, you should have gone for the very, very top guys. And Caleb Killian, also not bad, but still. You didn't get the Giants' very top prospects, and for a guy like Kris Bryant, I think that you should have asked for more. But you know what though, for the Giants, already in first place, and probably the most surprising team in Major League Baseball, so they're in very good hands right now. And I remember we were saying Gabe Kapler was a terrible manager in Philly, but he must be doing something right in San Francisco for the Giants to be so much better than we anticipated them to be. Because we thought that the NL West is going to be down to the Padres and Giants, but nope, the San Francisco Giants have a better record than both of them at the moment. But now on to Javi Baez going to the New York Mets. Javi Baez was dreadful last year, and this year, he's had decent power, but he's not very consistent, and he never was the most patient hitter. I did see that he hit a home run in his debut though. But Baez is still an elite defensive player, and Francisco Lindor for the whole season, yeah, he's been a huge disappointment, but for the month of July until he got hurt, he was on fire. Now, Baez has been elite at second and short, but I'm pretty sure that once Lindor comes back, Baez is going to be put at second, and Jeff McNeil is going to move to third base. Jeff McNeil has played very well at second base, although he hasn't really had the offensive production that he's had the last couple of seasons. And it looks like JD Davis is probably going to be benched because he's not playing good defense at third base. And with an outfield of Brandon Nimmo, Michael Conforto, and Dominic Smith, yeah, I don't know if you can really put him in the outfield. Even though Conforto has not hit well, he's still walking a good amount, and he's playing really good defense in right field. And Brandon Nimmo is hitting way too good to take him out. And Dominic Smith is but it's not like JD Davis has really shown any ability to play in the outfield himself. So it looks like JD Davis is the loser in this trade for the Mets, but the Mets are still big winners in this trade. And also, 3 Puerto Ricans on the Mets now, in Francisco Lindor, Javi Baez, and Edwin Diaz. They all played in the World Baseball Classic together. I'm sure they are very excited about it. And Javi Baez and Francisco Lindor turning double plays together. Oh, I'm sure Mets fans will have plenty of fun with that. You should be excited to be seeing plenty of that. And I also see that Trevor Williams is on the Mets now, and that's pretty blah, but for a back of the rotation guy, definitely not bad. And hey, on top of that, Jacob deGrom is God. Carlos Carrasco finally made his debut. Marcus Stroman's had a very good year. Taijuan Walker was an all-star this year, but he got roughed up in July. As a Yankee fan, it doesn't matter to me, but if you're a Mets fan, yeah, I'm sure you'd like to see him back to what he was before July. But hey, at least you guys are in first place. I know, a weak division. I predicted the Mets to win the NL East, but I also expected them to be better than what their record currently is. But hey, you should be doing a lot better in the second half now with Javi Baez in your lineup. And now that Carlos Carrasco is healthy, and once you get Lindor back, since Lindor was heating up before he hit the IL. Now, on the Cubs side of things with this trade with the Mets, they got a 19-year-old prospect, Peter Crow Armstrong. And Crow Armstrong's a left-handed outfielder who's now 6th on the Cubs farm system, and his ETA is 2023. He's a contact hitter who can play great defense and has some really good speed. He was a Mets first round pick last year, and this year he's only played 6 games in A-ball and got hurt, but in the 6 games he played, he hit over 500. This is a great pickup for the Cubs. And now on to Craig Kimbrell, who's been on fire for the Cubs this year. An ERA of .49 and a K rate of 46.7%. Jeez. Now he's going to the White Sox, who already have Liam Hendricks as their closer, and to have Kimbrell and Hendricks in that bullpen, oh my goodness, that is terrifying. Then you also have Jose Ruiz, who has a .290 ERA, but he also walks a lot of guys. He has a really good K rate though. And Garrett Crotchet, another great bullpen arm. The White Sox are really bolstering their bullpen right now. The Cubs got Nick Madrigal from the White Sox, and he's already MLB ready, and he's done very well in the 54 games he's played for the White Sox. Not great power and not the most patient hitter, but he's hitting over 300 and he's only 24. He does have a very good on-base percentage, but it's mostly from hits. He really doesn't walk a lot at all. But still, I think that the Cubs did a good job at getting someone who's still 24 years old and has already shown plenty of potential, and has already put up pretty good numbers for this season at the big league level. Now, Cody Hoyer, the other guy in this deal, he hasn't had the best year in the big leagues in 40 appearances, but he is able to throw some heat. Last year he was phenomenal, but he's also still young, so he can definitely develop, so definitely not a bad piece that the Cubs were able to get back. His numbers this year may not be good, but they were last year, and he's still young, so I think that the Cubs should be able to develop him. Is it a guarantee? No, but I think that he definitely has some bright spots. Now, I was thinking blah about trading Jake Marisnick to the Padres, but actually getting the Padres' number 9 prospect, Anderson Espinoza, for Jake Marisnick, I'd say that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Now, what might actually be scary is Anderson Espinoza did have 2 Tommy John surgeries. That makes him a question mark for sure, but it's not like Jake Marisnick is really an impact player, so if Anderson Espinoza just can't stay healthy and just never pans out, at least you didn't lose much at all. But for the Padres, Jake Marisnick is a 5th outfielder. I'd be more than fine with that. They already have a very good outfield with Tommy Pham, Trent Grisham, and Will Myers, and they added Adam Frazier for contact. This is just a move to give them extra depth. So the Cubs are in full rebuild mode. If anything, they should have prioritized extensions, and they wouldn't be in this position now, but they are retooling for their future. I think they could have done better with the Chris Bryant trade, but still, with the guys that they got back, for the fact that they were able to retool their future, I do think that it may not be that long before the Cubs are relevant again. And again, Cubs fans, for now, yeah, I'm sorry you're gonna have to suffer, but hey, like I said in my Anthony Rizzo video, at least you got to see them win the World Series at least one time before you die. So at least you can be grateful for that, right? Now I'm going to talk more about the Dodgers and Nationals. the Padres looked like they had a deal in place for Max Scherzer, but the Dodgers came in and said, hold my beer. And obviously the Dodgers want to fill in that void for Trevor Bauer. Apparently no Dodger wants any part of him, so yikes. And if those sexual assault allegations are true, then I sure hope my reaction video for him to the Dodgers doesn't stay as my most viewed video for much longer. But if Trevor Bauer is able to come back, then that Dodgers rotation is going to be absolutely filthy, but it's even filthy without him. Max Scherzer may be 37 years old now, but he is still a damn good pitcher with so much left in the tank. And you add him to a rotation that already has Walker Buehler and Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw's injured right now, but I think he'll be back soon, right? And when he is back, yes, he's definitely going to be a very important piece to this Dodgers rotation, as we already know. And Julio Urias sure is a damn good fourth starter. And Tony Gonsolin, a guy who does have a ridiculous ERA but doesn't go deep into games and has some control problems, but for a back end of the rotation guy, he's fantastic. Or even a third starter for the time being, since Kershaw is on the IL. But with Max Scherzer added to this rotation, and if Trevor Bauer comes back, oh my god, that rotation is terrifying. But like I said, it's terrifying without Trevor Bauer. And then you get Trey Turner, who's an absolute stud, hitting .322 with a .369 on base percentage and a .521 slugging percentage, a WRC plus of 137, and he's a plus defensive shortstop. This is crazy. The Dodgers are legitimately a super team. And with Gavin Lux and Corey Seager injured, you bring in Trey Turner to replace him. So you have Chris Taylor, Max Muncy, Justin Turner, Mookie Betts. I know Mookie's on the IL now, but he should be back soon. Trey Turner, AJ Pollock, Will Smith, and now Trey Turner. Man, that lineup is disgusting. Even though Cody Bellinger hasn't played any better than the dreadful year that he had last year, despite winning the MVP 2 seasons before, but with these guys in the lineup, it doesn't look like that's gonna matter. So even though the Giants did get Chris Bryant, I still think that this is the Dodgers World Series to lose. And I think that while my pick for the Yankees to come out of the American League is not looking good, picking the Dodgers to win the World Series, I mean, yes, anything can happen, don't get me wrong. But if the Dodgers actually don't repeat after making this trade, then I'm flabbergasted. So even though just 2 years after winning the World Series and the Nationals are already rebuilding, still, the Nationals did not get fleeced. They got a great haul back from the Dodgers. So Nationals fans, hang tight for now. It'll be okay. Yes, things are going to be tough for a little while, but it'll get better. And hey, at least you still have Juan Soto. Now on to some other moves. The Nationals traded John Lester to the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, at least John Lester hasn't even been decent since 2018 and hasn't been anything close to ace-worthy since 2016. But it may give Cubs fans another reason to be sad because John Lester was a big part of their 2016 championship. So yeah, it's not like the Cardinals are actually really doing anything to improve their pitching. Their starting pitching was already old to begin with. Then you get John Lester. And you also bring in J-Happ, and J-Happ's a trash can. Don't even get me started with J-Happ. Oh, and also Jose Barrios to the Blue Jays. The Twins got a great haul back, but man, the Blue Jays already have a great offense. They're second in runs scored. Even though the Yankees made some nice moves at the deadline, they already have the Red Sox and Rays ahead of them. We also have to look out for the Blue Jays too. And the Blue Jays also got Joakim Soria to bolster their bullpen. So even though the Yankees did make some nice moves, and I'm already loving Anthony Rizzo, it's going to be tough for the Yankees because not only have they been inconsistent for the entire first half of the season, outside of the Orioles, they are in a very deep division. So I got to give the Blue Jays some props too for the moves they made. Yeah, this was quite a banger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sure you did if you're still here. So if you're still here, if you could please like the video. If you still haven't yet, that'd be much appreciated. And also if you could please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more sports content like this. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'd love to hear what you guys think, so please get down in the comment section and we can discuss. I promise you, I will read your comments. I will reply. So love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace out.